First of all, thank you everyone for joining. My name is Marion Safari and I'm the president of TRPA. And today we also have Kiara. She is our VP events. And
Everyone, hello.
so I guess let's dive into it. So first of all, welcome everybody. And this is very exciting. Sorry about the whole car situation. I'm on a little day trip with my family. And I guess we can go to the next slide. So what is TRPA? TRPA, or Ted Rogers Pride Alliance, is a nonprofit student organization that was found on 2018, so pretty new compared to other student groups out there, advocating for an environment where all students are empowered to celebrate their diverse strengths. And our vision is to create an open-mindedness approach to networking. And I will expand on that later. We are looking to embrace diversity and inclusion in our mission. So next one, please. I guess I'm gonna introduce the team first, and I'm gonna talk about our mission. So we have myself, Maragon, we have Simran, our executive vice president, and Catherine, who is our oldest member. She's been here since the beginning of the student group started, and this year she is a advisor. We have Megan, our vice president of corporate relations, and Annette, our vice president of finance. Kiara, who is here with me today, our VP events, who's been working very hard on some of the very exciting events that we're gonna have this year, and she's gonna be talking about them today. We have Chris, who's the vice president of marketing, which I will talk about how you can go and take a look at what some of the work that she has been doing, she's been working on this past summer. Next slide, please. We have the whole marketing team. So marketing has the biggest team in TRPA. We have Saida, Sharon, Maka. These are the three marketing teams, and we have one event associate that works with Kira. Her name is Masa. All amazing people to work with. Next slide. So why are we all passionate about TRPA? So I was gonna talk a little bit about general, that like what are the missions, like what are some of the things that we want to do, but I decided that I want to talk a little bit about my personal experiences. So I'm gonna tell you why I want to be part of TRPA and why I decided to join TRPA in the first place. So choosing business as my major when I was in high school was a difficult decision because I wasn't sure that the whole business environment is something that I want to be part of. As someone who is very artistic, who's always surrounded by, artsy friends, I wasn't sure if that environment is somewhere is somewhere I will feel comfortable, or where I will fit in. And I feel like as soon as I heard about TRPA, it was exactly during this week that I listened to this presentation. I was like, oh my God. I feel like this student group really resonates with me, and started working with them. So at TRPA, what we want to achieve is to show students that you don't have to lose a part of yourself. You don't have to change anything about yourself in order to succeed in business. You can still be yourself. You can still embrace who you are, embrace all your characteristics, your unique characteristics, regardless of the fact that if you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community or you're just an ally. We are here for them, we're advocating for them, and you're not alone, and you don't have to lose a part of yourself to succeed in business. You don't have to dress a certain way to be considered professional. That's one of the very main things that I want to, as a president, I want to approach this year. I want to focus on this year. We want to show that not all traditional ways of being professional, you don't have to follow those rules. There aren't those rules as long as you as long as you learn a few things about being professional as a general manner. It doesn't have to be a certain way of dressing. You can still be yourself. You can still um, showcase your personality with the clothing you wear and be professional. We have a little quote here that I love. I always remind myself that you weren't born to fit in, you were born to stand out. So next slide, please. Yeah, so we have some of our recent campaigns. I had a slide about our mission. I feel like that got lost somewhere in there. I'm going to talk a little bit about our mission and then hand it into Kira to talk about some of the campaigns, some of the marketing campaigns we did. But before that, I wanna mention what is our mission. So our mission is advocating for the LGBTQ plus students' interest at TRSM, develop a community for the LGBTQ plus populace at TRSM, and strengthen the relationship with allies. So that meaning that we will be having networking events. So that's going to be come up when Kara is going to be talking about networking events with allies out there, with people, with companies that want to support us is one of the main things that we do. And something that we always include everywhere is to empower, engage, and educate. So that's one of the very important things that we always remind ourselves. So before we pass it on to Kira, I'm really passionate about all the things that we accomplished, and I want to talk a little bit about them. This year, the Pride Month was during the Black Lives Matter movement, and we really wanted to show that we are here for the Black community, and we are here to support the Black community and show our support and allyship in a way. So we had a few campaigns for that, providing resources for donations, for Canadian resources, United States resources, and we tried our very best to make them accessible for everyone to be able to donate and somehow be a part of this movement. We also had the queer activist spotlight that we shared stories of incredible people who paved the way for us to be who we are today, and without apology, and being fully accepted of who we are. We also started the year with basically the month of June was where we were dealing with a lot of hirings, like Pride was happening. We had a little contest happening that I'm giving away all Kiara's exciting event stuff. But yeah, Pride was definitely a very exciting, Pride Month was very exciting for us. But one of the things that we really want to focus on is that Pride isn't just that month. We can celebrate Pride throughout the year. And it just doesn't have to be just the month of June. We can celebrate it the whole year. Yeah. So moving on to Kira. Next slide.
Hello everyone, my name is Kira. So I'm going to start off by talking about our previous events that we recently just had. So back in July, earlier this summer, we had a collab with Quad Real Ryerson, or Quad Real Campus, and other student group members within TRSM and even at Rotman. And this was just like a type of discussion where student groups can come together and talk about the future of events, with everything being online. And it was a great way for us to like talk together and brainstorm together on ways to move forward in this like unprecedented, unique time in this pandemic. And it was also a great way to meet other student leaders in TRSM and even at the Rotman School of Business as well. And then moving on to this just past August, we did another collaboration, this time with Deca Ryerson. And this was an event for their speaker series. It was their second speaker series. And this time the topic was on LGBTQ plus issues within the workplace. So this was a great event. We had so many good discussions happen. And yeah, thank you, Nicole. It was such a great discussion. Everyone came together and shared their own experiences and stories, either being a part of the community or just being an ally in what they notice or experience. And we also had a really great guest speaker, and their name is Val. And they also shared their insight, their advice, and their knowledge, being a member of the community and also having a really high position in their field at Scotiabank. So it was great to hear from them and from everyone who shared their stories and experience for that speaker series. And then moving on, also in August, we had our first ever wellness series. So this was a great way, like right before school, to just de-stress and get ready for, how busy school can get in September. So this was also a collaboration with the Ryerson Recreation. And on every Monday and Friday, they took over Instagram, and they had instructors give Meditation Monday classes and Fitness Friday classes. And it was a great fun way to get a little exercise in your day. And then we also had a contest back in June where it was Show Us Your Pride. And if you tagged us and commented how you like to spend or show your favorite way of showing your pride, you can win a prize. So you can expect another type of contest like that coming up soon in the future. So yeah, next slide. So what other events should you expect from TRPA this year? So next up, we actually have a really fun event happening in October. It's going to be a Halloween event, and it will be a collaboration with the Ryerson Hospitality and Tourism Student Association. I don't want to give away too many details because I kind of want to keep this a little bit of a surprise for when we drop it, but just know it's going to be on October 30th, and it's going to be a really fun Halloween event. And then moving on later this semester, we will also have our own speaker series event. And the theme for the speaker series is the different sides of, or the business side of different passions. So the main purpose of this event is just to let first year students or any type of business student, whatever year in TRSM, know that there's more to the business career than just the typical accounting or financing or consulting. No offense to any of the other student groups that presented today, but just to know that there's so many different pathways and options available for business. So the business side of different passions, that's going to entail the design industry or the car industry or the fashion industry or the performance art industry. There's so many roles for business students to fit in any of those kind of artistic industries. So that will be our speaker series. And then later in or early next semester, we will have our own charity event. And this will be a fun event where it will most likely be on Facebook Live, where people are able to direct directly to the charity. And it will most likely be the Trevor Project, which is a great organization for LGBT students, and they offer really great resources. And it will have musical performances and also drag queen performances, so it's going to be really fun. And then later in the year, we'll also have our second ever Pride and Unity conference in collaboration with the Rotman School of Business, like we did last year. And it will be another great way to network and have a panel discussion as well. So yeah, that's about it for events. Next. So you can stay in touch with us on Instagram and Facebook. I think if you go to the next few slides, it gives our usernames. So it's Ryerson TRPA on Instagram, and on Facebook it's just the Ryerson TRPA as well.
So
Nice to
amazing,
hear.
amazing individuals, and TRPA is lucky to have both of you. And TRPA is a very important student group, and we should all, recognize TRPA and think about what they represent, and include the whole LGBTQ plus community in TRSM and the community as well. So thank you folks so much. We really appreciate you attending.